Hey, it's Vanessa here in beautiful San Diego. I am in my new home. It's absolutely stunning. And I just moved in this week with Jeffrey, and it's been a wild ride. In fact, it's actually kind of surreal, to be honest with you. Hello there, somebody just came on. Hi Arva, hey! So I've actually been wanting to do this video all week, but I've been so busy moving into our new place and getting furniture and also supporting clients and just trying to catch up on work. I haven't had a chance to do this live feed, and I was feeling so inspired the other day to share this with you, but I just didn't get a chance. Hello to those who are joining, hey! So what was really coming up for me this week was just how supported we are as human beings. And abundance and prosperity and money conversations, I'm in them a lot with clients, I'm in them a lot with women, and one of my favorite things to talk about is money, is abundance and developing a wealth consciousness, because we are so limited in our thinking. We play small, we think small, and we are scared. And there's a difference between feeding that and feeling it. We can feel the fear, the lack, the scarcity, or we can feed it. And it's the feeding, okay, that creates the reality that we're in. It creates the limiting opportunities. It creates the jobs that are not paying you the money that you deserve. It creates the scarcity and the poverty. None of it is real, folks. I had to pinch myself this week when we moved in here because I could not believe, well, I could believe, but I could not believe how infinitely supported I've been in this process. I moved from another country, from Canada, about 1.5 years ago, and within days I lived in Santa Monica, in one of the most beautiful areas and neighborhoods of LA. And then within 24 hours, Jeffrey and I found this incredible new home. It's brand new. I have everything that I've asked and wanted on my list. Hi Marilena, hey! And old me would have not believed that this was even possible. I was so limited and thinking, oh my god, it's going to take a really long time to find this new home, and it's got to be stressful, and I'm not going to be able to get everything I want because it's going to be out of my budget, all of those things. And this time, with the new abundance consciousness that I've developed over all the years of my inner work and transformational work. Hi, Annie. Hi. Yeah, I have let go of that resistance, and I have started to step into knowing that we are so infinitely provided for, and there's no such thing as limitation. Thank you. Or time even. The things that you want can come a lot faster to you, but it's your own self-imposed belief systems that are saying you can't have it, or that it's not possible, or you're not going to be able to do it or make it. So I'm not saying that you need to go in debt. I'm not saying that you need to overspend. What I'm saying is that you need to start trusting that life's got your back. You need to start knowing that influence, affluence, opulence, wealth, abundance, prosperity, money, all of those things that we all want as human beings. And it doesn't mean we're superficial, doesn't mean that we're not spiritual. We got to let go of all that archaic belief systems and saying that to be wealthy is not the right thing as a spiritual human being. It's absolutely erroneous and incorrect, and I do not believe or follow that thinking whatsoever. It is actually your birthright to be abundant, to be completely provided for all the time. Hi, Kayleen. So it's up to you. It's up to you to start shifting your thinking around money, around abundance, around opportunities. Because until you actually eradicate and start to shift your consciousness around money and opportunities, you're going to stay stuck in the situation that you're in. You know, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. So if there's an abundance of lack right now happening in your reality, well, first of all, there's abundance coming in. It's just not how you're wanting it. It's not how you're desiring for it to be there. If you're not having the things that you want, it's not because life is saying, oh, you don't deserve it and the other person does. It's because somewhere inside of you, you don't feel like you deserve it. So in order for you to become empowered around your money, around abundance, around being provided for, you've got to start looking inward. And that's where the work always starts. With all of my clients, when we start to talk about money and consciousness, it's not about getting clients. It's not about going out and getting several jobs. It's about getting aligned to you, getting aligned to a higher vibration. It's about getting aligned to more positive wealth consciousness. It's about developing complete and absolute faith and trust that life has got your back. A lot of people think, especially on the spiritual path, oh, I trust God, I trust the universe, I trust that I'm always going to be provided for. And 9 times out of 10, especially when there's stuff around scarcity and fear around money, they aren't fully trusting that life is going to support them, that they're going to be provided for. Hi, Jeff. So my invitation here is, where in your life are you still allowing, hi, Amy, yourself to be stuck in limited thinking? Where are you allowing yourself to think that abundance is not available to you? Where in your life are you thinking that it's going to take a super long time before you make the money that you want or get paid the income you desire? Where in your life are you holding back? So if anybody is bold enough to start sharing, I would love to hear some of your thoughts around this, because this is important stuff. We have to start having conversations as human beings around taboo subjects like money, like abundance. You know, I have gone through a lot of work over the years. I was scared a lot. Even when I had money, I would still feel scared that I would lose it. And I'm not gonna lie and say, you know, in this video that I don't have those fears that come up, that those thoughts don't come up every now and then. They do. We're human. But what happens when those situations come up for me, when I'm starting to feel the limitation, when I'm starting to feel like, oh, I'm not trusting this process fully, that's when I get my butt on my meditation cushion and I up my self-care and spiritual practices. Because wealth resides within me. It's the God consciousness. It's the spirit within me. My soul has the ability to get me to the right places, the right people, the right circumstances, to get aligned to those things that I'm really wanting. So when you're in lack, when you're in fear, don't create from those spaces. What it's being asked for you to do is to go inward and tap into your inner resilience and your resources that are available through your spiritual connection. None of this back here, if you can see it, would be possible if I didn't start, hi Abneet, really believing in myself, and if I didn't stop the limiting thoughts that I've had in the past, if I didn't actually consciously work on shifting my perspective, because that's all it is. Life doesn't pick and choose who's going to be wealthy. Hi Melissa. And who's not going to be wealthy in life. It really has nothing to do with your background. It has nothing to do with how you were raised. It has nothing to do with your conditioning or what people are telling you. You have the ability to change your life. Hi Rushi. You have the ability to create whatever it is that your soul and your heart desires. But the only thing that stops those things from falling into place is your own thoughts, your own feelings. So what are you feeding right now? What are you feeding? Are you feeding your fear? So are you going to bed at night and staying up all night worrying that you're not going to have income coming in, that you're not going to be supported or taken care of? Oh, you're welcome, Amy. Glad it came and found you at the right place and the right time. Or are you feeling the fear? So there's a difference in that. Hi, Rushi. Yeah, there's a huge difference, guys, in feeding it. So feeding it, what I mean by that is you are feeding your fear, your worry, your limitation by having lots of thoughts, usually projected into the future. So what that means is you're sitting and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills, or I'm never going to be able to afford this home or my car payments, or I'm never going to be able to pay off my bills. I should not invest in myself. I should not, you know, do these things for myself because this might happen. That might happen. So there's often this projection into the future that you may not be taken care of based on limited fear-based thinking. and feeling. Now, feeling it, what that means is you're feeling your fear, so you're acknowledging that those fears or limitations are present. That is 100% healthy and is so important in this work, to acknowledge how you're feeling. If you're feeling lack, feel it, but don't feed it with your thoughts. Don't feed it by starting to create your reality and project what you think may or may not happen in the future. What you want to do is feel the fear, feel the lack, feel even that scarcity. And then from there, it's an opportunity for you to start feeding new thoughts. You need to change your state in order to have a different solution. So what that means is, let's say I'm feeling lack right now, okay? I would sit in meditation, and in that feeling of lack, I would allow any emotions to come to the surface around lack. I would allow myself to experience it in my body. Somebody's angry. Who's angry? Oh, and there's sadness too. Okay. I would feel that in my body, and then from there, I have a choice. Because remember, we're human beings and we have free will. We have choice here, people. My friends, you don't have to stay stuck in your circumstances. So what we do then is we start to feed what we want to create, what we want to have happen, and we bring our focus there, because what we focus on expands. So remember, if you're feeding those lack, those fear-based thoughts, if you're feeding this thing that I'm not going to be provided for, I'm not going to be taken care of, I can't do it, it's not going to happen for me, then your reality is just going to continue to reflect that. You're just going to keep seeing that happening. But what if you chose, once you felt whatever it is that you're feeling, and then started to choose a completely different train of thought? Hi, Richard. What if you started to choose to feed it with what you do want to experience? I am infinitely provided for. I'm believing that God, the universe, life, Goddess, the divine has my back. I want to create, or I am ready to have several new clients in my business. I'm ready to support and be in service to more people. Hi, Muriel. I desire to have the home of my dreams, that it works within my budget, that I can pay for every month. I desire to be able to afford to hire somebody on my team to support me so that I can accelerate and progress in my life. What are you focusing? What are you feeding? Because all it is, guys, is changing how we're thinking, changing those limiting beliefs and those fear, feeling those mechanisms that are present in our bodies, that are present in our energy systems, and then starting to shift our reality. All of the work that I do with my clients, I am a success coach, an intuitive success coach. So all the work that I do is working not only in the practical grounded end. I'm not all about just spiritual work and new age. I can absolutely dance in that realm 100%. But it's also about practically applying things. So once you have your thoughts in place, then you need to start reverse engineering that and creating the steps to making those things your reality. You can't just sit back and hope that life's going to provide for you and then not actually take inspired action. So it's very important that as you feel and you feed new thoughts, that you start to take the inspired action that often comes, and this is my formula, comes from sitting in stillness and sitting in silence with myself. Meditation, why it's so important, it's not just to calm your mind and your body, your nervous system, all of that, but it's actually a way for you to connect to your inner guidance system that is all-knowing and is wise beyond just the limited part of our minds. Because our minds are limited, and this is the thing that we have to remember. Since we were babies, even in the wombs, our whole being, hi Euros, has been programmed, has been conditioned, and then our whole being is programmed as we're growing up. So we start to take on our parents' beliefs around money, around abundance. We start to take on societal, our socioeconomic backgrounds, our communities' thoughts. If we were growing up in religious backgrounds, we start to take on all of the beliefs that the people around us and the society around us have. And one system that's in place for most of us is lack. It's what keeps us stuck in fear. But when we start to eradicate that and work through that, through those mechanisms, we start to shift even the collective consciousness around lack and scarcity. Hi, greetings from Australia, greetings from San Diego, Euros. So meditation provides us the opportunity, sitting in stillness provides us the opportunity to start to tap into the part of us that's not rooted or connected into all the limitation and the programmed, conditioned belief systems that are residing subconsciously. 88% of your life is being governed by your subconscious mind. It's the stuff that's below the surface. Your conscious mind is only responsible for 12% of what's happening in your reality. So you're creating your reality based off of subconscious belief systems that have been in you for your entire lifetime, since the time you were in your womb. And meditation allows you the introspection, the ability to start seeing what's true, knowing what you need to do next, and having you tap into that guidance so that you're creating your life from a much more aligned and centered place, from your truth. And the truth is, you are an abundant being who has the ability to have anything you desire as long as it's in your highest good. And you have the ability to be affluent and wealthy beyond measure. And I don't just talk about superficial material things. Wealth is actually a feeling. It is a vibration. It is a consciousness. Okay? It's not just, oh, I have a nice car and a nice home and some fancy bags. It is about feeling wealthy, and wealth is tied to your connection to spirit, to the universe, to life. When I tapped into that, that is when all these amazing things started to happen, when my dreams really became a reality. So, my friends, what are you willing to feed today? What can you start feeling? Today's a new moon. It's a black new moon, so it's a very auspicious and special time. It's the second new moon of this month, and the energy around this moon is a lot more powerful. So I'm going to encourage you to sit in some meditation tonight. Oh, awesome, Lauren. Nice to see you. Oh, you're so welcome. Peace to you too, my friend. So tonight, sit in some stillness. Even if you're not into all of this stuff, just have some private time, solo time. Maybe get out a journal. Start to write out the new thoughts, the new experiences, the things you want to invite into your reality. Start to notice where you have those limited thoughts and those limiting beliefs that are coming up for you, and start to shift that, start to change that very slowly. Just take a baby step. Maybe tonight it's all about, you know what, instead of focusing on worrying about how I'm going to make payments, or that instead of focusing on not being provided for, tonight I'm actually going to focus on how provided I am already. What is in my reality right now that I'm already being taken care of? How is life supporting me and providing for me? And start to imagine what your life could be like. Start to visualize and feel what it would be like to have all the wonderful things that you're wanting to create now. There's so much to this. I'm just giving you guys a short video. Oh, you're welcome, Ron. My pleasure. You're awesome too. There is so much around this type of way of being, I guess, for me. It didn't just happen overnight. It's been many, many, many years, about over a decade of being on this path to get here. However, being in this role, being a teacher now, I can help you to not get caught up in those patterns that I did, because now you can move through them a lot faster. You don't have to make those mistakes that I made. So simplify things, reverse engineer, start to set some new goals, start to focus on feeding and feeling those things that you want to experience, and lessening your focus on the things that you don't want, so that you can start to have the things that you do. This is a result of that. I'm completely awestruck at the beautiful home that Jeffrey and I have manifested and created for ourselves. And I know 100% it's because of the practices, it's because of this work that I've done on myself. And you're no different. This is why I make these videos. This is why I post so many posts and blogs and videos for you, because we're all one, we're all the same, we're all human, and we all have the ability to turn our circumstances around, whatever they may be. You do not need to be stuck in your circumstances. You can shift things, but it's your choice. It's about your readiness, and it's about your willingness to sometimes take that leap. Have that leap of faith, knowing that life is providing for you and taking care of you, that the net is going to appear. Hi, Alzie! So, this evening, enjoy this beautiful, glorious black new moon that we're experiencing. Use these energies for your advantage, for your benefit, and start to create that epic life for yourself. Start feeding and feeling into the reality that you want to create, and know that I promise you without a shadow of the doubt you are going to be provided for. When you step into a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of being, when you're ready for those upgrades, life is going to support you. Alright, I'm gonna get going. I need to get to some work. I just had a swim in the pool to refresh myself, and I've got to get back to work. I've got an event to plan in November in Toronto, so for those of you tuning in, November 5th and 6th, mark that down on your calendars. I will be sending you out more information so you can get your tickets. And I'm gonna go and get to work in this glorious, beautiful environment. I love all of you. I'm sending you infinite, infinite blessings, so much support. May you all be blessed today and always, and I'll be back very soon with another live video. Take care. Much love.